Welcome to SN College Bowl today. We are again without Junior 23, but he might join us towards the end of the show. I don't know, but he's just never awake for this kind of show. But SN College football today with Waz Junior 23, week number 4. So today we got a full, huge slate of games. But one that we're looking forward to, let's see here. Wisconsin and Michigan State. Number 11 Wisconsin against number 8 Michigan State. That matchup is one to watch. Sorry about that. Number 1 tonight, we've got Stanford, UCLA. One of those teams looking for a win. But Arkansas, Texas A&M. 17 against number 10. In late night, 8 p.m. Central. Make sure you check out all those games today. But the game we are focusing on today is Wisconsin, Michigan State. We'll make our picks at the end of the show, as always. Okay, let's what happened yesterday and on Thursday. We had 4 total games before this. Y'all had some results that we didn't presume. Clemson dominates Georgia Tech 26-7. Eastern Michigan pulls it off against Wyoming 27-24. TCU beats SMU 33-3. Utah pulls it off against USC 31-27. And the USC Trojans looking like they're not going to be in the Pac-12 championship at this point. After losing 2 Pac-12 games and 3 overall, your team that is looking like a possible low bowl team instead of maybe a Rose Bowl for winning that championship. TCU was getting a scare early, but SMU just couldn't generate offense in that game against the Horned Frogs. So now let's look at last week. Week number 3. Oh, there were a lot of key games last week, including Houston, Cincinnati, Houston, with 4 scores really late in that game. Oh, and the headliner, Louisville over Florida State 63-20. North Dakota State over Iowa 23-21. Nebraska pulling it off against Oregon 35-32. Oklahoma State over Pittsburgh. Pitt almost had the game. Oklahoma State touchdown late. Alabama over Ole Miss. We had Texas A&M over Auburn. LSU in a close one over Mississippi State. Ohio State dominates Oklahoma. Georgia beats Missouri by 1. And Cal upsets Texas 43-50 in a very high-scoring affair. That's the game you might not want to watch. So we will be done here at just before 8 a.m. We're trying to speed through things. And we are without a loss again. But we give our weekly shout-outs here on the show. Who are we shouting out this week? Anyone who leaves a comment gets a shout out. We have Ugba22, 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 and Ugba22. Let's look at other comments. Thump Beats leaving a comment as well. Make sure to check out all of them. And again, we have all new logos coming in. But we shout all of you guys out watching 20. Unable to make it, probably will be here tomorrow on that show. What players are going to make an impact today with our Heisman Watch? When you look at that, Michigan State is going to have to make some key moves. It's going to be O'Connor's job to get Michigan State's offense going. I'm also thinking Chad Kelly for Ole Miss. You got to step it up. Ole Miss doesn't have a true win in their resume. They have one win, but it was against no one. Oh, I'm looking at Kaiser against Duke. It's Notre Dame's season possibly on the line. 2 losses against the Duke team that really needs to win as well. And I think Pittsburgh against North Carolina, you're going to see which team has the better offensive line. Who's going to win that one? Who can run the football? Michigan against Penn State. Another great one. But I think Michigan's going to cover that one. Colorado and Oregon tonight. All of that one. Both teams' defense are going to play very well tonight. I don't know who's going to win that one. You got Oklahoma State, Baylor. Oh, Baylor's quarterback needs to do something this season. Nebraska and Northwestern. Can Northwestern pull off the upset? Christian McCaffrey against UCLA. Louisville taking on Marshall. Can Louisville keep up the dominance against a Marshall team? It's against Marshall on the road. I don't know if they can pull the same kind of win that they did against Florida State. Arkansas, Texas A&M. Both teams unbeaten. And both teams still have Alabama on their schedule. That just puts it away right there. So that's some players to watch in the Heisman Watch. Last week's picks. Let's see last week's picks. Rip Laws. He did not pick enough games. So currently, he is unbeaten this week, but he could face some bad stuff coming up because he did not show up to the show. Seriously, document. Well, this document sucks because it won't even show me all of the games. Well, I'll find another document that has the games. And I'll tell you the games. Okay, so Waz's 4-0. I'm 3-1. It's all because of last night's game. Yeah, Waz really didn't make picks. So I did very well last week. It was probably my best week. Delivery. So let's make our picks of the day. Here we are, picks of the day. So we're going to skip this game. Move it to the end of our show. Georgia, Ole Miss. I'm going to go with the Rebels. I think they're going to bounce back. Florida State, South Florida. I'm going to go Florida State. Iowa, Rutgers. I'm going to go Iowa. Alabama or Kent State. That's just fun. I'm going to go Minnesota. Then you got Cardinals, Cubs. I'm going to go Cubs. let's move to the next section. I'm going to go Michigan. Let's say Florida, Tennessee. I'm going to go Tennessee. West Virginia over BYU. Ooh, I'm going to go Pitt over UNC. Alright, Indiana over Wake Forest. It's going to be close, though. Boise State and Oregon State. It's going to be close, but I'm going to Oregon State. It's not the Boise State team we saw a couple years ago. Notre Dame, Duke. We got Notre Dame. LSU, Auburn. Going to LSU. I'm going to go Oklahoma State over Baylor. Nebraska over Western. UCLA, Stanford. I'm going to go that pick, UCLA. Arkansas, Texas A&M. I'm going to go Texas. They're the home team. Oh, that's one. It's pretty easy. Arizona State. Now I need to see what game this is. Alright, Washington, Arizona. Gonna go Washington. Yeah, here's the results of last week. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in to our Essence College Football Today pregame show. See you next week. Let's look at the next week's matchups. There are huge. Oh! So start off your next week. Connecticut against Houston. Kansas against Texas Tech. Stanford, Washington. That game, a big one to watch. Which I have some people on our Pick'em crew going a little bonkers. You got Rutgers, Ohio State. Oh, Baylor, Iowa State. Texas, Oklahoma State. Florida, Vanderbilt. Arizona, UCLA. Arizona State, USC. Oregon, Washington State. North Carolina, Florida State, Tennessee, and Georgia. Purdue, Maryland. Wisconsin, Michigan. Tough ones for Wisconsin early. Move down. Oklahoma, TCU. Louisville, Clemson. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.